All right, wrapping up a very productive Wednesday here at the Casa. Was a very good mixed day of deep work and calls. Got the remainder of the month worth of script done for one of our clients. So that was good deep work this morning. After that, wrote some more scripts, some more strategy for another client, some more scripts, some more strategy for another client. Prepped all the calls that we had for today, reviewed some more scripts that the team was writing, and sent back Loom feedback, delegated more, which has been a very big thing that I'll touch on here in a second, and then caught up on all messages from 2 to 4. At 4, got on calls, 2 fly out deals that are in the pipeline now that are all but closed, so we'll be adding those to the January and December trips, which is pretty exciting. The calendar's already starting to fill up for 2026. We've got trip to Chicago, trip to Mississippi, trip to Dubai right afterwards, and then beginning of March we go into Hawaii. That's what we have on the books so far. But it makes me think how much more could be possible if we had a physical location. And before, I used to think like physical location was kind of like an ego play, where it's like, oh, I have an office, like my agency is in real life and it's an actual building. And that's what it was up until very recently, was just like wanting to have an office to kind of like feed the ego. But at this point, I think it's going to start making sense relatively soon to build the epicenter and then have like, obviously like the team that's here in Scottsdale can be at the office, and we can build a bunch of different studios inside of the office. So like kind of something like this, but I think it would be a bit better for each of the studios to have like 5 or 6 of them, and then have clients fly in to film with us and be able to give them a real like concierge level experience coming into Scottsdale, and they can kind of like make a vacation out of it for their content. I think that'd be freaking epic. And it's gonna take some New Year's calculations and some vision board planning to see like what exactly that would look like, how much cash we need to have, how much cash flow we need to have. I don't even really know the numbers behind being able to do something like that. So it'd take a little bit of vision boarding, a little bit of calculus to see when and if we'd be able to do that in the near future. I think it'd be awesome, one, for team culture, and secondarily for clients to be able to come in, and tertiary is like be able to like rent the studios out as another income stream, which would be pretty freaking sick. That's where my head's at there, because we're doing a lot of flying coming up, and part of me wants to like stay put. Another part of me wants to just like go and like make the relationships and meet the people and do the things. But it's a ridiculous blessing what I get to be able to do on a day-to-day basis. I dreamed of being able to work from wherever, to be able to travel the world, to be able to meet great people. And literally 2 years ago, when I was in college, like I was thinking about that, like working around the world, being able to meet great people, traveling, being able to be wherever, like having a successful business. And I couldn't imagine this. And we've got there. We're at a cool spot. But the mantra, as my team knows I like to say, is happy but not satisfied. I'm fucking blessed and grateful that we get to be in the position that we're at right now, but I'm not satisfied. And I don't think anybody should ever be satisfied, because of the concept of entropy. Entropy says that there's no staying the same. You're either improving or you're dying. You're either growing or you're dying. You're improving or you're declining. And I think we have to constantly be striving for more, because the more abnormally successful people that I hear from and meet, not just financially, but mentally as well, they talk about how the journey is the goal a lot, and the hard work is the goal. And like the journey is the dream. Kobe says that a lot, Hormozy says that a lot. So I think the second that we feel like we've arrived is the second that we lose. And I've had great mentors that mentor me in terms of like family life and relationship as well, that say like, once you think you've arrived at success in your relationship, that's when you've lost. And I think that there's really something to be said for that, and I try and live by that. I mean, we've been blessed where we're at right now, but this entire whiteboard contains all the things that need improvement and or need fixing. So there's no slowing down at all. And of course we have the weekly to-dos that happen. So it's 7:42. I still got quite a lot to do and quite a lot of energy. Last night was kind of tough. I had my friend Mark come over and he helped. Check this out. Built this bed right here. I now have a bed frame team. I now have lights that work in here. I now have car coolant in. I have a new whiteboard that's in the studio room, and then some patio equipment as well. You probably saw all the Amazon boxes that were over there before. Those are all taken care of, but he was over here like 6:30 to 11 or so. So I was super late to bed, and then late to wake up this morning, which I'm not happy about. So we'll change that for tomorrow, but we've got a few things to take care of. One thing that I'll be talking about more as we go on is delegation, because it's something that I'm a believer that if you teach something, you learn it better. And I think that's been proven time and time again. It's like, that's possible. It's like when you learn something, you either can like read it, write it, hear it, or like say it back and teach it. So like, I'm no delegation master freaking whatsoever. Like, I'm pretty bad at it, but everything that I learn about it, I want to share to make this channel valuable, but also selfishly so I can drill the points into my head even more. So the big takeaway from this as of recent, as I start to delegate more important projects and more quantity of projects, is to give clear instructions. And you think that that's obvious, but like clear instructions, like, okay, who's responsible for this as a whole? So like, person's responsible, other people can be doing work inside of the project, but one person's responsible for the outcome of the project. And as a business owner, when you're small, it's like usually always you that's the last straw and it's the most responsible. That can't be the case if you want to grow. That's how you become the bottleneck. At least that's what I've found out. Second is like, give a clear deadline, give examples of what looks good, like what's a good outcome for this and what's a poor outcome of this. So like, this is what good looks like, this is what bad looks like, here's all the resources that you need so you have the same level of context that I do, here's when it's due, here's who's responsible, here are the team members that can be involved, go for it. So that was an assignment that I gave tonight, and I felt pretty good about it because it felt a lot different than like, yo, go do some shit for me. So yeah, that's the update here on Wednesday. 1 week until I go back home to New York, which I'm really excited about. And yeah, I'm gonna eat dinner, finish my work, and then go to bed. See you tomorrow.